You seem like a nice crowd, which is good because I've had some odd interactions lately. Because a woman spoke to me, and that's not meant to be the funny part. No, a woman spoke to me on the street. She just came up to me and she said, "I just want to thank you because I was late in life diagnosed with autism, and I just want to thank you for your representation." And I didn't know how to feel about this, because on one hand, I'm just trying to be a stand-up comedian. I never thought that maybe one day I'd be considered a role model for this marginalised, neurodivergent group. But on the other hand, I have never been diagnosed with autism. Turns out I've been raising awareness for everybody but myself. She said she was late in life diagnosed. I was like, I reckon I can beat that. I'm just finding out now. But she also said, what I like about you is you're out here, you're not masking. And I didn't know what that meant. I had to go home and Google it. And it turns out masking, that's when people with autism have to cover up their behaviours so that way they're not judged by the rest of society. So she came up to me and said, not only are you autistic, but you're not very good at hiding it. You're laughing, but you're like, no, she's right. She also said, what I like about you is you don't let it define you. I was like, I agree, I don't. You let it define me. But when she said that to me, I was shaken, and so she also diagnosed me with Parkinson's. But I didn't mind that she thought I had autism, because a lot of people in my life that I love are autistic, my friends, every male member of my family. I was just confused as to why she thought that. Like to me, it was like she'd just come up and said, "Oh, thank you for your representation of the Vietnamese." I have to be like, "Oh, no, I'm not." I mean, there is some in my family, but I don't think you can inherit it from your uncle's second wife. I just don't think you should diagnose strangers on the street. Like I didn't go up to her and say, "Oh, you've got early onset rudeness." Like you wouldn't go up to a woman on the street and say, "Congratulations on your pregnancy." We all know that's inappropriate. I mean, I had to be told that. Yeah, I'm not very good at picking up on social cues, but people, they tell me I'm autistic no matter where I go, out on the street, at bars, at the doctor's office. I've not been let into casinos because they assume I'll count cards. And I don't know, maybe I do have it, it does run in my family. Like my nana is neurodivergent. I mean, she has dementia, but and I've been doing comedy long enough that I've noticed a few trends. Like I've noticed Asian comedians, they tend to attract an Asian crowd, and queer comedians, they tend to attract a queer crowd, so we've all been late in life diagnosed. But I was trying to think, what stereotypical behaviours was I demonstrating that made her think that, Like I wasn't making eye contact with her. Yeah, but that's not because I had autism, that was because I didn't respect her. And I don't know, maybe I should go and get diagnosed, but to get diagnosed, you need to be seen twice. and I'm having quite a hard time tracking down this random woman on the street. And I didn't know what to say to her, It obviously, I didn't want to tell her the truth that I wasn't diagnosed, because obviously it meant a lot to her, like for her to find out that, that'd be like her finding out that Martin Luther King had just been doing blackface the entire time. Okay, I'm not comparing myself to Martin Luther King. He was an amazing civil rights leader for African Americans, and I'm Vietnamese. So all right, we got through the risky stuff. All right. But no, who's saying that to me though? It has made me reflect on my behaviour, because the stereotype about people with autism is they're not very good in social settings, and I do try to be a good conversationalist, but it is tough, I think we all find it hard, like have you ever caught yourself asking somebody something that even you found too boring? Like I once heard myself ask someone, how long does it take you to get to work? And I was like, who cares? What am I going to do with that information? It takes you 40 minutes to get to work. I'll race you. I want to ask interesting questions in conversation, deep questions, that get people thinking, like, oh, did you leave the stove on? Or, are you sure you locked the door? It's tough, it's tough being a good conversationalist, like there was one time I was having a conversation, or what I thought was a conversation, but then I realised he was doing all the talking, he wasn't asking me anything, which is so rude, like if I catch myself talking for too long, I'll make sure to ask the other person a question, I'll be like, oh, but do you have any questions about what I've been talking about? And but this guy, he just kept talking, he didn't ask me anything, which is so rude, because I'm a comedian, I'm a social asset in a conversation. Okay, well, some of the laughter is hurtful, but it's true. I've got so much to offer in a conversation. I've got jokes. I've got wisecracks. I've memorised every New Zealand Prime Minister in reverse chronological order back to the 1970s. Luxon, Hipkins, Ardern, English, Key, Clark, Shipley, Bolger, Moore, Palmer, Longy, Muldoon, Rowling. Who doesn't want to hear that? At a baby shower, but... Thank you very much for that round of applause that failed to spread across the room. No, I'll move on. You sir, what do you do for a living?
I'm an engineer.
You're an engineer. Oh, and you're not going to ask me anything? Okay. Chatty Cathy in the front row. Can't get a word in edgewise. What about you? What about you, Sue? What do you do for a living?
I do procurement. I run tenders. What do you do, Ray?
And what do I do? I'm a comedian. Weren't you listening? Even the people who come to my special don't know who I am. We do tend to always ask each other, what do you do for a living? I think that comes from our childhood. We always get asked, what do you want to be when you grow up? And when I was a kid, I did want to work in entertainment, but I always wanted to be like behind the camera, like a writer. I never wanted to be in front of the camera. I didn't want to be an actor. I don't really understand acting. I don't understand why we let actors do more than one movie. Because you're meant to believe they're that guy. But then the more movies they do, you're just like, oh, it's that guy from that thing. and it's confusing. You're like, Adam Driver, he's meant to be the new Darth Vader, but then I was watching him in Girls, and he was arguing with these hipster women, and I was like, why doesn't he just lightsaber their heads off? And I don't understand why animated movies always get big-name actors to do the voices in them, because kids don't care about that. What kind of kid's going, oh, Mum, I don't want to see Toy Story. Oh, hang on. Is Tom Hanks in this? No, I loved him in Philadelphia. I think acting should work like jury service, and we all get called up to do one movie each. Like, oh, sorry, boss, I can't come into work. Martin Scorsese's called, and he wants me to play a gangster struggling with my masculinity. Typecast again, and just like jury service, sometimes you get movies you don't want to do. You're like, oh, I got a Western with Alec Baldwin. Now, why'd you make me bring him up? What was I talking about? Oh, what you want to be when you grow up? Yeah, they always asked us what you want to be when you grow up. And I remember there was a kid in my class who wanted to be a teacher, which is so crazy because you're still in school, but you want to be in charge of the whole place. Just sitting at the back of the class like, oh, that's not how I would have done it. Getting a report card from the teacher and be like, oh, thank you, actually, because I've got some feedback for you. If I was a teacher and I found out one of my students wanted to be a teacher, I'd start failing them. You're not coming for my job. No, but it does kind of make sense, like who is best placed to teach a 5-year-old? It is a 6-year-old because they've literally just learned all the information the 5-year-old needs. If they could just turn around and spout it out to them, if you need another, 7 years of primary school and 5 years of secondary school and 3 years of teachers' college just to go back to a 5-year-old to tell them A is for apple, then you should still be in that class. Okay, not everyone's on board with the anti-teacher stuff. Okay, but they do get paid too much, don't they? I thought that would unite the room. I had a teacher who failed me in health. And then one day we had an assembly and the principal told us that teacher had passed away. I was like, oh, look who's failing health now. It's just waiting for my geography teacher to fall into a volcano. I've never been near a volcano. I'm worried I'd get offered to it as a virgin sacrifice. No, I do have bad health. I have high blood sugar. I'm what mosquitoes call a sometimes food. But I am trying to lose weight. I've changed up my lifestyle. I've gone vegan. I've been vegan for 5 years for health reasons, and I'm going to stay vegan for the remaining 5 years of my life. But also one of the reasons I went vegan is for the ethical reasons, and I think that's the main reason why people go vegan is for ethics. And so that's why it always annoys me when vegans are like, oh no, you can't cook my food next to their food, it can't be in the same pan, it can't be cooked next to the, because that's not how morality works. Like if I shake my uncle's hand, his racism doesn't rub off on me. My hand doesn't start trying to dial talkback radio. You know, and it's like, where does it end? You know, it's like, oh, the pan's had meat in it, so we need to wash the pan, but the pan's touched the stove top, so we need to clean the stove, but the stove's in the kitchen, so we need to knock the kitchen down, build up a new one. But the chef's seen meat before, so we need to execute him in it. You know, if I believed in that kind of logic, I'd use it to benefit myself. You know, they'd be like, oh, Ray, why are you eating a steak? And I'd be like, oh, I was cooked in the same pan as a carrot, so it's a vegetable now. But no, I am vegan, and there's lots of jokes out there about vegans that people like to tell. There's one joke people like to tell. They go, how can you spot a vegan at dinner? Oh, don't worry, they'll tell you. But it's such a crazy joke, you know, because you're the one who invited us to dinner, you know. Like, don't you want us to be able to eat something? You know, there's no joke for any of the other ones. You know, there's no like, oh, how can you spot a guy with a severe peanut allergy at dinner? Yeah, oh, don't worry, he's just slowly dying in the corner. But no, I am vegan, and it's meant to help the environment. It's meant to help reduce your emissions, and I am trying to help the environment more. Like I've started taking the bus more, but I'm dressed like this, so it looks like I'm on the way to being told by a judge I can only see my kids every second weekend. Some of the laughter is hurtful, but... No, I don't have kids. I think the only circumstance under which I'd be a parent is if I had children, and But I have been thinking about my future. I do think one day I would like to have kids. You know, I think I'd like to have 2 kids. You know, one of each, white and black. And, no, don't worry, both boys. And, But I'm not ready to be a father yet. You know, I can barely look after my phone. You know, and I'm addicted to my phone. And people say it's the bright colours on our phones that make us get addicted. And so one way to stop using your phone is to switch it to black and white mode. And I've done that. And you know, before my Instagram, there was all these colourful photos of my friends, and now it looks like an in memoriam. Yeah, everyone's commenting flame emojis. Like, oh, I guess they were cremated, but even that wasn't enough. I had to download another app, and it makes me solve math equations before I'm allowed to go on Instagram. And I know I look like the kind of guy that should be forced to go on Instagram before he's allowed to solve math equations, but no, the phone, it's all I need. You know, I don't own much beside it. You know, I don't own a lot of things. You know, I live a very Spartan lifestyle, and by that I mean I like to kick foreigners down wells. God, I hope those laughs are coming from history buffs. But no, I don't own many things at all, you know. I don't own a lot. And so many of my friends are like, oh, you know, capitalism is bad, you know, materialism is bad, you know, people shouldn't buy. And then they come around to my place and they're like, oh no, you should buy toilet paper. And, you know, everyone's a minimalist until they look into my shower and see that I've got a 4-in-1. Sorry, that's shampoo, conditioner, body wash, and toothpaste. Leaves the hair minty fresh, but... No, I don't own a lot of things. I've started buying things so my guests will feel comfortable when they come round. Like I got a dining room table. But everyone told me I needed to get placemats and coasters for the dining room table, because apparently the one thing a dining room table can't handle is dining. Yeah, you put a cup of water on that thing, it'll burn right through. So. But no, I don't need to worry about decorating my place anymore, though, because I have to move, because my landlord passed away. My landlord passed away, and I'm not sure what to do, because I never met the guy. Like, I feel like it'd be a nice gesture to go to the funeral. That'll be like, who are you? And I'll be like, I'm the guy paying for all this. It'd just be nice to see him in a place smaller than mine. But my landlord passing away, it's messed up my whole life. But you know what? You don't get any sympathy for your landlord dying. There's no bereavement leave for landlords, and so if you want to get sympathy from people, you can't let them know it was your landlord who passed away. You just have to be like, oh, someone I know died, and they're like, oh my God, were you close? And you're like, oh, yeah, he sheltered me. I've been trying to spend more time with my family. I went to visit my nana in her home for the first time, and when I got to the front desk, I was like, oh yeah, I'm here to get my nana, and they were just like, oh, you just go grab her. No security questions or anything. They're just like, oh, you go get one of the biddies out the back. And one time I forgot a bit of paper, and I wasn't allowed to pick up my own coat. But with old people, let's take as many as you want. We've got a sale on. Everything must go because it's almost expired. And I was like, could you please ask one security question? What if someone comes around here trying to assemble the world's greatest lawn bowls team? No, they did ask me one security question. They asked me, what is her first name? Which is great, because what kind of person's going to be able to guess that in an old folks' home there's a woman in her 90s called Doris? So that's Fort Knox, but no, I do love spending time with my family, but I have to video call my family a lot now because I'm over here and all my family are back home in Hanoi, Vietnam. And it was my nana's birthday recently, and my uncle said, oh, this is a pretty big one because your nana might not have another birthday. And I was like, are you going to kill my nana? So I video called in and she was in black and white. I was like, oh, I'm too late. No, but I do love spending time with my family despite the crazy things they do. Like when I was 14, my mum used to own a tourism business, and she'd take people on hikes in the middle of nowhere, and they'd have to leave their cars alone in the middle of nowhere. And there were reports that there were thieves operating in the area. So my mum got me, as a 14-year-old boy, pre-internet, pre-smartphones, no reception. She got me to stand in the middle of this car park in case a thief showed up. So that way I'd be there to be like... Take as many as you want. No, I don't know if anyone else's here's first job was a scarecrow. And these are pretty bad guys we're talking about here. Like, I don't know if you remember the ad they used to play to get us to stop downloading movies illegally. And it always opened with, you wouldn't steal a car. Well, they would. I shudder to think at how full their hard drives were. I think my mum was hoping my presence there would be a deterrent, but I don't know what kind of thief is going, oh, hey, boss. Oh, those cars we were hoping to steal? Well, I've got some bad news. They appear to be being guarded by an upside-down mop. I can't emphasise enough, some of the laughter is hurtful, though. I do love my mum. I do love my mum. She came to my university graduation when I graduated uni, and we took a nice photo together, and she made it her profile picture, and she cropped me out. And she's not very good on the computer. She'd have had to Google how to do that. I don't know if any of you here have ever been 21 years old and felt like you've been aborted. I don't care what your opinion on the issue is. I think 7,000 weeks is too late. They love the abortion stuff. All right, that's good. Right? They love the abortion stuff. Oh, but no, I do love my mum. We spend a lot of time together. My mum and I, we went and saw Coldplay in concert, but we're not super familiar with their work because they're not very good. And Mum was like, "Oh yeah, let's listen to one of their albums before we go, so that way we're ready." And I was like, "Oh yeah, that's what I love about a leisure activity is the homework." But Mum loved the concert. She thought it was great. She was like, "It was so good because they had that political message at the end." And I was like, "Oh, what are you talking about?" And she's like, "Oh, that political message at the end." And I was trying to rack my brains, trying to remember, what could have Coldplay have possibly said. They could have, was it with a political message that could have potentially split the audience in two? And she was like, "Oh, because at the end of the concert, they put up on screens, 'Believe in love.'" I was like, wow, what a powerful message. I can't believe Coldplay stuck their necks out like that. And Coldplay would have meant it, because it's not like Coldplay to say something banal with middle-of-the-road appeal. You think of the great political thinkers of our time. You think Plato, you think Rousseau, you think Coldplay. Like the political philosopher John Rawls, he once said that a just society is one where a group of individuals operating behind a veil of ignorance, that is, people are unaware of their future life in a new society, unaware of their race, their gender, their class, even their conception of the good life. If these group of individuals operating under this level of ignorance could still come to an agreement about the set of rules and laws that would govern this new society, then those would be the just laws that would govern a just society. And Coldplay said it was all yellow. I have been at a public event and seen a bold statement being made, though, because I went to a Rainbow Pride event, and it was a dog fashion show. So it was little dogs wearing little outfits. And at this Rainbow Pride dog fashion show, a protester arrived. And he started chanting, "Dogs are not gay," which raises the question, how does he know? Of course this homophobe is angry. He's been rejected by dog after dog after dog. Sitting alone outside an Italian restaurant with a plate of spaghetti. It just goes to show, no matter what you think, homophobia, it's going to the dogs. Okay, all right, some groans, all right. Okay, that's fair, all right, fair. It's not the best pun, that's fair. I actually wrote two much worse puns, which I will share with you now, so you can realise in retrospect just how good you had it with that last one. All right, so the first alternative pun is man's best friend of Dorothy. Exactly, that first one was a lot better, wasn't it? You should have enjoyed it more while you had the chance. And the second pun is, who let the dogs come out? Don't laugh at that. Don't heckle me with your support. Don't. Sorry, I didn't want to have to talk about this. Sorry, I didn't want to have to talk about this, but I saw a study earlier. But I saw a study earlier and it found that people are more likely to donate to charity if they found that others donated. And I donate to the Against Malaria Foundation. So I didn't want to talk about this, but they distribute bed nets throughout sub-Saharan Africa. And I donate to them. And I didn't want to talk about that. So I didn't want to. But I saw this study. I didn't want to bring up that I donate. So I didn't want to bring up that I donate. I didn't mean to bring up that I donate. So I didn't want to bring up that I donate. I didn't mean to bring up that I donate. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bring up that I donate. I'm sorry. I didn't mean. I donate quite a lot, but I didn't mean to bring. You know, and I know some of you are probably sitting there going, "Oh, we already donate to charity, so we're okay." But actually, a group of individuals called the Effective Altruists, they did a study and they found that for every dollar donated to the Against Malaria Foundation, it actually saved more lives than any other charity. So, if any of you do donate to charity, I'm still a better person than you, just mathematically. But I didn't mean to bring that up, but. No, actually, I can announce tonight that actually a portion of tonight's proceedings will be going to the Against Malaria Foundation. A very delayed golf clap. No, you were right to be unimpressed. I did just make that up, but sometimes laughter isn't the best medicine. Sometimes it's actual medicine, but no, I don't. But I don't want to be, one of those influencer types. I don't want to be an inspiration. So many of my friends, they want to be an inspiration to others, but I'd consider myself a failure if people saw me as an inspiration. I'd consider myself a failure if there were people here tonight going, "Oh, if even he can do stand-up comedy." Maybe I could do it as well. And if you are thinking that, I just want you to know you could not. And I've looked around the room. You're a talentless bunch. You do not have it in you. You come here, you try. You could never do it. You like to come, but you could never do this. You could not have to deal with the things I have to deal with. Unappreciative crowds. You could not deal. You don't have a funny bone between the lot of you. Okay. This is maybe too harsh. No, I was just joking. I was just joking, which is something I can do and you can't. But I comedy it is tough. Like one time after a show, a woman came and spoke to me in English. That's not meant to be the funny part. No. But English was her second language, and she told me that she wasn't going to come to the show because she was worried she wouldn't understand. But then she decided she would come to the show because she watched some clips of me online, and she saw how slowly I spoke. So what I'm trying to say is, if you find a comedian that speaks faster than me, they're a racist. But I think you guys would agree with me. You can't really control your sense of humour. There are things that make you laugh no matter what, and I find that there are two things that always make me laugh no matter what. And the first thing that always makes me laugh is Borat impressions. Yeah, you guys as well. He's the guy that goes, very nice, so they're laughing because that was a bang-on impression. And the second thing that always makes me laugh is jokes about 9/11. You guys as well. And I think I've finally found a way to combine the two topics into a single joke. So here we go. Who died tragically in 9/11? Everyone in the towers north of where the plane impacted them. And my wife Don't clap that. Don't clap my failure. You know, every night I wonder, should I tell that joke? And every night I know it's somebody in the crowd's favourite joke of the show. And someone in the crowd's least favourite joke of the show. You know, and if you didn't enjoy the joke, you know, if you thought it was too far, you know, fair enough. You know, just think about some of the earlier stuff that you did enjoy to cheer yourself up. You know, like the abortion stuff. And I do enjoy being a comedian, you know, but I always wonder, you know, what happens next in your career, you know, and it seems like for a lot of comedians, what happens next is they get their own TV show, you know, and I think I would like that, you know, because that means, you know, then I wouldn't have to come to places like this. And so I've started writing my own script, you know, and it's getting a lot of Oscar buzz, you know, my friend Oscar loves it. And I've been watching what the other TV shows do. You know, like they always have a catchphrase. You know, like Homer, he goes "dough," and you know Joey, he goes "how you doing?" And you know Kramer, he says a lot of things you can't repeat. But I was hoping tonight we could practice the script and see if there's anything in it. Does that sound good with you guys? Is that okay? All right, okay. And I'm going to pick you two here right in the front of you, sir. If you could please play Robert, and ma'am, if you could please play Deborah. It's based on Everybody Loves Raymond. And you will need the microphone. Sorry, you have been roped into acting jury service. And I'll go first. But all your lines are highlighted. But I'll go first. All right. Interior day. Ray, Deborah, and Robert are all sitting around a table. All cups are carefully placed on coasters so the table doesn't get damaged.
It's so great for all the family to get together for Nana's birthday.
Oh, when is Nana getting here?
Uncle has gone to pick up Nana from the rest home. They finally got a new security system, so I hope he doesn't get shot.
Ay, caramba.
Crazy reaction to the news you just heard. Anyway, well, someone else has that catchphrase. We'll pick a different one. Anyways, I'm really looking forward to finally getting the entire family together.
Yes, it'll be great. And I don't even know why I need to say it, because it's so obvious that we already know, but our entire family is Vietnamese.
Could I be any more Vietnamese?
Oh, no, I do not think you can be saying that. Absolutely not. Absolutely. We'll try a different catchphrase. All right. Anyways, it's always great chatting with you guys.
We love talking to you, Ray. You're such a natural at it, and you don't seem awkward at all. In fact, Ray, now that I think about it, you actually remind me of a young Martin Luther King Jr.
Yeah, I mean, does scripting a conversation so the entire social situation is planned in advance sound like something an autistic person would do?
No, it does not. That is a very good point, Deborah.
Me and some of the others were just talking about how much we want to hear you list every New Zealand Prime Minister in reverse chronological order back to the 1970s.
Oh, wow. Oh, thank you. Wow. What say you, Deborah?
Bazinga.
One of the least enthusiastic bazingas I've ever heard in my life. All right, that'll have to do.
I was thinking, I hated when comedians try to get a cheap laugh by forcing audience members to do something on the spot.
Oh, man. Funny you should say that, because I feel like doing a freestyle rap.
and a 1 and a 2. No, can't we not have? I cannot afford the music rights. You'll tank the whole special if you open your mouth.
Hey Ray, I'd like to apologize to you. Before the show, I took you aside and begged you to please tell a joke that I've written about 9/11. Yes, it was my joke. I take full responsibility for how that 9/11 joke landed, or how it didn't land, much like the planes on that fateful September day.
That is sick. That is too soon, man.
Ray, I thought your Borat impression was very nice.
How is she getting an applause for it? I've been up here saying carefully crafted lines all night, no applause. I give this chump a microphone. I wrote that joke. Those applauses for me, thank you very much. No, I don't want your pity. Put it away. Put it away.
Hey Ray.
No, what? I'm clearly mid-run. What are you doing? What are you doing? I'll tell you when the script goes, thank you very much. No, I don't know. I gotta say, you guys are a real credit. I don't know if anyone saw the recording just before, but the woman read out the line as, "Ray, I thought your Borat impression was Borat voice, very nice." So it's great to get two people in Australia who can finally read.
Hey Ray, I've got something to say.
Oh, sure. Okay, do you?
I know you gave us these scripts, but I want to speak from the heart. You suck, Ray O'Leary. You dress like the deputy manager of a charity shop. And your deep, deadpan voice sounds like Microsoft Excel comes to life. I hate you, Ray O'Leary. And remember, this is not in the script. This is me, the real audience member, saying that I hate you. I 100% stand by everything I'm saying. I swear on my mother's life. And if I'm lying, then my mother will die. But I'm not lying, so it's fine. I hate you. Screw you, Ray.
Jesus Christ. To be honest, I think you had the crowd more on side with the 9/11 stuff, if I'm honest. Jesus Christ, man. Jesus, is that how you really feel?
It was how I felt. But then I saw Coldplay in concert, and now I believe in love.
Oh, phew, that is a relief. Thank God for that.
No, just kidding. I hate you.
Bazinga.
All right, thank you. That's been the show. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Give it up for the two script readers at the front. Give it up to Zach Ivan for me. Thank you up to everyone at Humdinger Studio. And to be, thank you guys so much. Have a good life. Thank you.